your ultimate source for in-depth motorcycle news, reviews, and updates. In today's video, we are diving deep into one of the most legendary names in the sport bike world, the 2025 Suzuki Hayabusa GSX-1300R. With over 2 decades of heritage, the Hayabusa is more than just a motorcycle, it's a cultural icon. Let's explore what Suzuki has brought to the table with this year's update and whether it lives up to the legacy. The legacy of the Hayabusa. Before we get into the 2025 model, let's take a quick look back. First launched in 1999, the Suzuki Hayabusa shocked the world with its record-breaking top speed and muscular design. It wasn't just fast, it was engineered to dominate highways and express Suzuki's cutting-edge technology. Over the years, the Hayabusa has built a cult-like following thanks to its raw power, smooth ride, and unmistakable silhouette. The name Hayabusa, which means peregrine falcon in Japanese, still sends chills down the spines of sport bike fans. Design and aesthetics. Aggression meets elegance. The 2025 Hayabusa keeps its unmistakable aerodynamic silhouette, but with refinements that make it sleeker and more aggressive. Suzuki has introduced new color schemes that are bolder, featuring sharp contrast graphics and premium metallic finishes. You'll notice the front end has a slightly revised fascia, a new LED headlamp cluster with better brightness and spread, flanked by redesigned side panels that improve airflow. Aerodynamics have been tweaked slightly for better high-speed stability and reduced drag, keeping that iconic swooping body intact. The dual exhaust system still commands attention, but it now features a slightly shorter profile with a deeper, more resonant note. Engine and performance. Power refined. At the heart of the 2025 Hayabusa lies the same 1,340 cubic centimeters inline-4 engine, but Suzuki has made subtle internal improvements for smoother performance and better efficiency. Peak power remains around 187 horsepower at 9,700 rpm, with 150 Nm of torque at 7,000 rpm, but throttle response has been refined further through ECU recalibration. The engine continues to use a ride-by-wire system and benefits from Suzuki's latest SDMS, Suzuki Drive Mode Selector Alpha system, offering multiple riding modes to adapt power delivery to different conditions. Whether you're cruising, sport touring, or pushing the limits on track, the Hayabusa delivers relentless acceleration and silky smooth mid-range torque. Electronics and technology. Modern muscle. This year, Suzuki has stepped up its game in the electronics department. The 2025 model comes with a 6-axis IMU, enabling advanced rider aids like cornering ABS, traction control, wheelie control, engine brake control, and a bidirectional quick shifter, all customizable through the intuitive TFT dash interface. The full-color TFT display, introduced in the previous generation, now features updated graphics and smoother transitions, giving riders real-time feedback on lean angles, G-forces, and ride analytics. Cruise control, hill hold control, and a launch control system are all standard, reinforcing the Hayabusa status as a high-tech hyperbike. Chassis and ride quality. Confidence at speed. The frame remains a twin-spar aluminum design, offering the ideal balance of rigidity and weight. Paired with a fully adjustable KYB suspension at both ends, the Hayabusa remains remarkably composed at high speeds and surprisingly compliant on urban roads. Suzuki has fine-tuned the suspension damping for 2025 to offer a slightly more plush ride without compromising handling. The 50-50 weight distribution and long wheelbase ensure it remains planted even under hard acceleration or cornering at speed. Braking duties are handled by Brembo styler calipers up front, paired with dual 320mm discs, delivering sharp, predictable stopping power. The rear uses a Nissan single-piston caliper with a 260mm disc. Together with the intelligent ABS system, it gives riders the confidence to explore the full potential of the bike. Riding experience. The beast tamed. The 2025 Hayabusa continues to offer an experience like no other. It's not just about outright speed anymore, though it can still hit well over 186 miles per hour, 299 kilometers per hour. What stands out now is the bike's maturity. It's a brute force machine refined by decades of evolution. Throttle response is buttery smooth, the gearbox is crisp with the aid of the quick shifter, and the ergonomics strike a fine balance between sport and comfort. It remains one of the few superbikes that can effortlessly cover long distances without tiring the rider, thanks to its wind protection and plush seating. The massive torque curve makes overtaking in any gear feel effortless, and despite its weight of around 264 kilograms, it never feels sluggish once in motion. Whether you're riding through twisty backroads or charging down the highway, the Hayabusa always feels in control. Fuel efficiency and practicality. For a hyperbike, the Hayabusa is surprisingly practical. The revised engine mapping and improved fuel injection contribute to a slightly improved fuel economy, with riders reporting around 15 to 17 km/h in mixed riding conditions. With a 20-litre fuel tank, that gives you a decent range for weekend rides or even light touring. Storage is minimal, as expected, but the pillion seat is usable for short trips. Suzuki also offers optional touring accessories like saddlebags, heated grips, and tank bags for those wanting a more practical setup. Pricing and competition. The 2025 Suzuki Hayabusa is priced competitively with a starting MSRP of around $19,800 depending on the market and local taxes. This places it in the same ballpark as rivals like the Kawasaki Ninja ZX-14R and BMW S1000R, though the Hayabusa offers a unique blend of tradition, high-speed touring ability, and muscular street performance. When you consider the package, legendary styling, cutting-edge electronics, and that iconic name, the Hayabusa holds its own firmly in the world of hyperbikes. Verdict: the Falcon still flies. So, what's the final word on the 2025 Suzuki Hayabusa GSX-1300R? It's still very much the Hayabusa we've known and loved, muscular, menacing, and magnificently fast, but with a refined character and smarter tech for modern riders. Suzuki hasn't tried to reinvent the wheel, and that's a good thing. Instead, they've taken what worked and made it better, more reliable, and more rider-friendly. Whether you're a longtime fan or a first-time sport bike buyer looking for a machine with presence, prestige, and punch, the 2025 Hayabusa is a top contender. It's not just a bike. It's a statement. Outro. Subscribe for more. That wraps up our deep dive into the 2025 Suzuki Hayabusa GSX-1300R. Let us know in the comments, would you pick the Hayabusa over its rivals? Are you a longtime fan of the Falcon? If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to Bike Updater Pro for more detailed reviews, comparisons, and two-wheeled news every week. Thanks for watching, ride safe, and we'll see you in the next one.